Hey, what's up? This is Gabe from the Village Folk, and today we're going to be talking about some basics of backup guitar playing. And this ties into basic rhythm and the importance of staying really steady. So whether you're playing bluegrass, folk, country, or pop music, this is going to help you. This video goes out to Chris, and we've been talking about a little bit of this for his playing. To skip ahead to where we just play the chord progression a few times in a row, check the links down in the pinned comment. For this video, we're going to use the backup guitar style of boom chuck or root strum. That's playing the lowest note of the chord, so for a G that would be the G note on the E string, 3 on E, and then playing the rest of the notes. It's up to you how you want your chord to sound. You can play the bass note and all the strings if you want a heavier sound. If you want a heavier sound, that can work. I often aim for just the top note so that I get a clarity between the bass and the backup. You might notice that I'm using the 4-finger G pattern. This is just what I'm most comfortable with, and I like the sound. You might use the other G pattern that has the 3rd finger on the low note. And really, whatever is most comfortable for you is fine. So for starters, let's just play a G root strum and just stay on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. A couple issues that I will see students have with this is one, that they will strum the chord a little bit too slow. So they'll do something like that at a slow speed. We want to remember to play through the strings quickly. Another issue is that they might hit the wrong bass note and then stop or slow down and try and hit it again. You get something like this. And so even if you hit the wrong bass note, just try and keep moving. In a later video, we'll talk about targeting different bass notes for the root strum pattern. Let's look at a different chord. Let's go to C. So for the C, I'm going 3rd finger on the A string. That's going to be my bass note. And then my upper strings for the backup chord. Again, even if I hit the wrong bass note, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes when players change chords, they might get a little bit mixed up or thrown off the rhythm as they hit the new chord, such as going from G to C. And then they don't know exactly where they might be in the pattern of root strum. So we want to really remember to hit the root after changing, right? So I'm going from G to C, and I want to target my third finger on the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if the rest of the fingers don't land on the C in time, you can still strum and it'll sound somewhat accurate, as long as you get the right bass note. That's going to be far more preferable than adjusting your rhythm to play the right chord. Because if you play the right chord at the wrong time, you're playing the wrong chord. And if you're playing with people, you're going to be way behind at that point. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Back to G. C. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. 2, 3, 4. G. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. 2, 3, 4. Going to a chord like D, we have our open D note that we can play. Open D in the bass, and then you have time to put the rest of your fingers down in the D. Let's go ahead and play a couple progressions here. Let's start with G, C, D, G. Each of these is going to have 4 root strums, and we want to remember to give each one 4 root strums. A lot of times the G will get shortchanged and people will play just 4 and then go on to the C, and that would just be inaccurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, back to G, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat, G, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you repeat 2, 3, 4, and going on. This chord progression is used in a song like John Prine's The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. Now that we have the idea of how it goes, let's go ahead and play through it. I will start by counting and then I'm going to just play it, but the chords will be shown on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. C, 1, 2, 3, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, going on. Let's go to a slightly more challenging chord progression, and this is going to be C, G, D, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G. When playing through these chords in this root strum style, I'm remembering to go to my bass note first with my left hand, and then roll my fingers on from there. A lot of beginner players will roll their fingers onto a chord like this, starting with the first finger, and we want to start to develop a habit of being closer to the fingerboard. So going to something like a C and hitting the third finger first will get the rest of your fingers close. Third finger, other fingers fall into place. G, second finger, other fingers fall into place. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, open, rest of the fingers, 3, 4, G, G, 2, 3, 4, C, third finger, G, second finger, D, open, G. Practicing these simple patterns and chord progressions and really making sure that you stay in rhythm will help your playing, whether you're going for country, bluegrass, folk, or pop music. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.